Today I will be demonstrating how to make a rip cut on the table saw. First things first, when it comes to any construction project, proper PPE must be worn. This includes hard hat, safety glasses, and work boots. The table saw is one of the most frequently used woodworking power tools. In many cases, it is brought to the job site when the interior finish work begins. It is a useful tool because so many kinds of work can be performed with it. A few safety tips to note before beginning work with the table saw are: 1. To always use the guard if it's possible. The guard can be used with most applications. Also, never use the miter gauge and the rip fence at the same time. The pressure on both sides of the blade can cause the blade to bind and send your piece of wood flying unpredictably. If your piece of wood is under 5 inches wide, always use a push stick. This keeps your hands a safe distance from the blade.
How are you gonna do it if it doesn't catch it?
Oh, I'll get Adam to help me. He said he'd help me. Yeah, I know.
Also, try not to stand directly in front of the blade. If the machine does kick a piece of wood out, you're less likely to be struck by it. The depth of cut can be adjusted by adjusting the height of the blade. This can be done by turning the crank wheel under the table on the in-feed side of the table. The width of the desired rip cut is adjusted by moving the rip fence towards the blade or away from the blade. The rip fence must be unlocked to move and locked back into position when satisfied. The table saw also has cross-cut mitering capabilities. This can be achieved by using the miter gauge that slides into the grooves on top of the table. The desired angle is achieved by loosening the handle and turning the base to the desired angle. Lock the miter gauge in place, and now it is ready to use. Never use the built-in tape measure on the table saw. The proper location of the rip fence is determined by measuring from the inside of the rip fence to the edge of the blade. The measurement will be the width of the piece of lumber once the rip cut is complete. Okay, now you're ready to perform a rip cut. Make sure the guard is in place. And the push stick is in a handy spot. Also grab a friend to receive the piece of lumber on the other side of the table. Start the blade with the piece of lumber a safe distance away. Put the piece of lumber flush against the rip fence and advance it into the blade. Try to feed the piece of lumber as steadily as possible. Grab the push stick and use it to finish the cut. And there you have it, a perfect rip cut.